jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
And this guy born just across the Hudson in the Bronx, Saquon Barkley. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out left to Dotson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Hurts to Barkley on the check down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a second and 1 forthcoming. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another first and 10 here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Sliding out of the pocket. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing his dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At their 49
2nd and 6. To throw now, Dart. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's good.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Dart. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing, Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
They'll throw again. Dart. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, They believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 2nd and 8. We're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Yeah, obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A carry here for the big tight end. There he goes, left side. He's got a full head of steam. The race is on. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line.
Okay, break. Here we go, shot.
On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
second down and 3.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Check out.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 43, here's a second and 7.
Check that. Here we go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
No, Hawk 70. Ready.
On third and short, going with a tight end. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
60 Eagles, 60.
On play action, here's Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, first and 10 here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Dart. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Check, go!
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only on fourth. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Dart. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground?
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This is first and 10.
They
go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Now back to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route pretty deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's second down.
Great. Set. Hey, Trimmer. Delta.
He'll look to throw. Complete, it's Dotson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's first and 10. Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Intercepted. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Tracy. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Giants have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's Hurts to throw. His throw is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
On the run is Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Credit to Darius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to stretch out their lead. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.